your business. And too holistic can kind of have this taboo connotation to it. So do you feel that? Can you talk a little bit more about maybe the people who are skeptical?
Well, I mean, holistic really means an integration of your body, your mind, and soul. Mm-hmm. So as I was sharing before, in my journey of learning and discovering more things, I found the Ayurvedic approach to wellness, which they talk to you about you being an integration of 4 different bodies. You have your physical body, which is your muscles, the tangible part of it. You have your mental, emotional body, which is connected with your 5 senses and with your neurological aspect, right? Mm-hmm. It is your energetic body, which is the bypass of your molecular vibration, because we are in constant motion. So our molecules, our energy, it just extends out from our body. And our bliss body, which is your spiritual side. Mm-hmm. So it talks about how these 4 pieces of yourself, they need to stay in balance all the time. So sometimes something untangible becomes tangible and becomes in your physical body. Let's talk about maybe you have a wound in your arm. So you come and I'm going to put a Band-Aid in your wound, right? Mm-hmm. But then you realize that you have the wound because you pinch yourself when you're nervous. Mm-hmm. So that creates a physicality. So something that is in your mind, something that is in your nerve system that is untangible becomes tangible. Mm-hmm. So talking about holistic is about putting all those pieces of your being integrated in one so you can create
Hello and welcome back to the Community Pulse podcast. I'm your host, Jacqueline Hutchison with the St. John's Area Chamber. And today I'm here with Dora Isabel with 𝐸 Holistic Services. I'm super excited to have you because I've met with you before and your business just is so great for our community. So I'm excited to even learn more about it with you today. So for listeners who are hearing about 𝐸 Holistic Services for the first time, tell us a little bit about your business and what you have to offer.
𝐸 Holistic Services is a holistic wellness center that combines reflexology and yoga practice with osteopathic care, naturopathic medicine, sound therapy, acu-detox, energy work, and massage. And our intention is to provide a comprehensive approach to support our clients' wellness and personal development.
Great. What inspired you to start your business, especially here in St. John's?
I really wanted it to provide options. Mm-hmm. My journey started in my living room with my husband having awful sinus infections and my daughter having a lot of gluten intolerance. Oh. So somebody offered me essential oils, and the best place to put essential oils is in the bottom of your feet. Mm-hmm. That led me to reflexology, and that was really a can of worms that I opened up that I never knew it would take me here. From there, I just learned more about energy work like Reiki. I learned about Chinese medicine and their meridians, pressure points, trigger points. In every modality, it was just offering a different option for people to search their wellness and balance in their own body.
So this was like a personal journey for you, and then you got certifications and stuff like that. Like, what kind of education and background did it take for you to?
Well, I feel like it honestly just began by having my grandmother curing my tummy aches with peppermint tea.
Oh, yeah.
But when my husband was very, very ill, struggling with sinus infections, I just took ownership of his wellness. And I'm like, you're gonna do what I'm asking you to do. Mm-hmm. So that's it. So again, after reflexology, I found what a wonders it can do for your nerve system and how different people respond in different ways. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to know more, like why? So that was the trail that it really landed me with Ayurvedic and yogic philosophy and approaches of well-being that took me to that 200-hour teacher training yoga. And I was really inspired for what that practice has done to me, but I wanted a lot of my clients to experience the same thing. And a lot of my clients have limited mobility. Mm-hmm. So I wanted these women and men to have an option of a practice for them to to experience what I was experiencing. And that's how yoga came into be another piece of my business.
Yeah.
By this point, I needed to have more space, and that's how I landed in downtown.
I got to tour your space there, and it was really neat seeing the different rooms. And it seems like you rent those out to other people. Can you talk about who else is there and what kind of services are offered? Because I know you have a doctor like on staff or
Yes. Well, within my journey, I really had a lot of sisterhood supporting me. Like when I started my business in reflexology, a dear friend of mine, massage therapist Marsha Finlay, she opened her space for me without charge. Later on, another dear friend opened her space as well for me to do chair yoga, Maria Blau from a studio retreat.
Oh, yes.
We moved the tables aside and we had all the chair yoga classes over there. And so I feel like my journey, it was full of support and sisterhood. So I want to provide the same in my space.
Mm-hmm.
So women who collaborate with me and offer the services are women that have a beautiful journey in their wellness and they want to offer it to others. So we do have Dr. Catherine Peterson doing OM. We have Dorinda doing Acu Detox, and she actually is a Native American person, and she has a lot of wisdom in regard of the customs and tradition of the Native American tribes around the area. We have Dr. Tess Miller. She have her doctorate in music. She's a flutist, and she does sound baths very often. We have also Dr. Naturopath Rosetta, and again, a beautiful journey of motherhood and finding herself and offering what she knows to others. A massage therapist, Andrell, which is actually my daughter, and I'm so happy to work with her. Yes, yes. So yes, all these women have actually come to be a very important piece of I Am, not only because they're wonderful women that support different options of wellness, but also because they really care about people. They truly care about people. They really want to help them. So to me, it is important that the community in St. John's has options.
I love that because I feel like a pattern with a lot of people I've interviewed is the business community here is really strong. It seems like everybody wants to help everybody, and there is, this knitted business community. So thank you so much for sharing that. The word holistic can mean different things to different people. What does holistic wellness mean to you and your business? And too, holistic can kind of have this taboo connotation to it. So do you feel that? Can you talk a little bit more about maybe the people who are skeptical?
Well, holistic really means an integration of your body, your mind, and soul. Mm-hmm. So as I was sharing before, in my journey of learning and discovering more things, I found the Ayurvedic approach to wellness, which they talk to you about you being an integration of 4 different bodies. You have your physical body, which is your muscles, the tangible part of it. You have your mental, emotional body, which is connected with your 5 senses and with your neurological. It is your energetic body, which is the bypass of your molecular vibration, because we are in constant motion. So our molecules, our energy, it just extends out from our body. And our bliss body, which is your spiritual side. Mm-hmm. So it talks about how these 4 pieces of yourself, they need to stay in balance all the time. So sometimes something untangible becomes tangible and becomes in your physical body. Let's talk about maybe you have a wound in your arm. So you come and I'm going to put a Band-Aid in your wound, right? Mm-hmm. But then you realize that you have the wound because you pinch yourself when you're nervous. Mm-hmm. So that creates a physicality. So something that is in your mind, something that is in your nerve system that is untangible becomes tangible. Mm-hmm. So talking about holistic is about putting all those pieces of your being integrated in one so you can create balance on that. Because I can put a Band-Aid in your wound and it'll heal. But then it's going to open again because you did not approach the emotional side of yourself who is causing the wound.
So can you explain too, if I wanted to come in and get services, what does that look like? Can you paint a picture of maybe I do have that wound and is it like a conversation first? And just explain to me all the good stuff.
All right. So that is a little tricky way to do it because there is different of us, many of us, right?
Right, yeah.
And we all have a different approach. So I guess the best way how I can invite people to experience our services is first take a space and sit down and feel your body. Like go from the toe of your toenails all the way up to your head. Are your hips bothering you? Are you feeling exhausted? Is your stomach off balance? Because that's going to lead you to different practitioners, right? But if you think about it, we are so overstimulated right now as a society that we are so disconnected with our body. So I really like to work under three main pillars, I guess, if I want to call it, I want to invite people to engage with is first to reconnect with your body, which is what I'm just telling you. Simple as can. What's going on, right? The next one is rediscover your awareness. Welcome it. Because so many times you know that your hip hurts, but you avoid it because that's going to cause something emotionally within you. I don't really want to face that because it's going to be the bill, it's going to be the doctor, it's going to be the time off, it's going to, and then you get lost in a black hole, right? So just welcome what your body's telling you. And then for third, just reclaim your inner power. Don't be afraid. You know now that your body's asking you for something. Take a big breath. We're there to help you. It's just, we're going to start from the beginning and from there we'll just go. Because bottom lines, we are just like Shrek used to say, a bunch of layers, right? Like onions.
Yes, yeah.
So your wellness journey is just never going to end. It's going to end when you decide to stop with it. But it can go as deep, as profound as you wanted it to be. And that's what I want to offer to the community.
Yeah. So it sounds like there are so many services, like kind of just come in and figure out where
What
and
to do.
what. Yeah.
So if you're somebody who your physicality is really bothering you again, that you need an adjustment, well, you can come with Andrel, a massage therapist, or with Catherine, right, an OM. If it's your nerve system that is dysregulated, you're having stress, anxiety, not being able to sleep, you can come with Dorinda for AcuDetox. You can come with me for reflexology. If your body, for the most part, is just responding well, you just really want to embrace things differently, you can come to a sound bath. So you can just be exposed to a different way to relax and embrace yourself. You can come to a yoga class. So you can just start really, we will lead you to scan your body, to just, again, to reconnect, to rediscover, to gain your inner power.
Yeah, I think that's really important in today's day and age. Like you said, everyone's overstimulated, go, go, go. Our phones are ringing, or texts and work and email. And it's nice to just kind of unplug and, reconnect with your body.
There is a lot of powers in stillness. And I don't feel like our society really has many practices that are contemplative practices or that invited you to come and search within yourself. I tell often my clients that if you go to a mountain and step in the top of the peak and then just look the vasticity of our beautiful world, that's how vast your inner world is. You just need to not be afraid of it. Just welcome stillness. Welcome who you are and start exploring that inner part of yourself.
Who is your typical client? Are there certain goals or stages of life that tend to bring people through your doors?
It is kind of silly because for the longest time, it has been that people who can find any other way, any other solution. Like I'm their last resource, right? Something hurts and it doesn't show in my test result and I don't know what to do, right? That's where the concept of the different bodies come into, okay, because it's reflecting in your physicality. They just look into your energy, let's look into your emotional body. That's one type of client who walks in. Lately, we've been so blessed, and it has been a lot for referrals. And that's the best marketing that we can have. When I started my business, I really had a lot of people from outside of St. John's, not necessarily from town, but those referrals are really what have made my business stronger. And I'm very grateful for that. And it's the same for the rest of the ladies there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another person who walks in our business is the person who wants to do things differently, who wants options, who wants to really just explore a different side of their wellness journey and see what they can do about it.
Is there a service you offer that you wish other or more people knew about?
Yes, I actually would like people to know a little bit more about what our yoga journeys are, because the yoga practice is understood only as a fitness practice, but it's really a very integrative practice, which you bring meditation, you bring self awareness, you bring journaling. So again, you not only explore your physical body. It's not just about you getting a headstand and look amazing in your tight pants, right? It is really about self discover yourself and challenge yourself and welcome yourself in the form as you are. So our yoga journeys are classes from 4 to 6 weeks. It's a close group because we like to foster community because we tap into the energetic body. While you're doing movement, I'm challenging your emotions. And it's quite often that people feels the need to release emotionally during the classes because we're carrying with a lot. We're having tough lives and we're used to shelving everything in the back. So when you open your joints, when you challenge yourself to ignite your inner fire by doing a lot of core work, your anger comes out. And we don't want you to avoid it. We want you to welcome that. So our yoga journeys are very broad in that aspect of presenting ourselves with the opportunity for your body to release however it needs to release, to welcome your body however it is, right? No matter your dimensions, no matter your limitations, no matter, just welcome it and accept it. And also start training your mind to slow down. Because our minds are little 5-year-olds who like to run all over the place and have 1,000 things at once. And that's why we cannot sleep.
Yeah.
But that is really muscle. That is really muscle. You got to discipline your mind to concentrate in one thought, in one feeling, in one movement, so you can start just coming back to your own self and not have all these outside influences just tear you apart. So our yoga journeys are very integrative in the aspect. We try to foster and create community. And that's the reason why they're close. That's the reason why it's between 4 and 6, it depends on the theme that we're having. This fall, we are concentrating on the niyamas, which is one of the limbs of yoga. And we're going to be diving into what purification means for you, what self-discipline means for you, what contentment means to you. As I was starting this summer over these concepts that they're challenging. And there are things that we usually tend to avoid. So that's where the personal growth, the fostering the personal growth we want to really bring to people. When you want to become yourself better, you concentrate yourself in all those parts of your being. And then you start losing fear and then just become better. And every time when you reach a different goal, you feel better. You want to laugh more, right? So yeah, our yoga journey this fall is going to begin with an introduction to the niyamas. And again, it's going to be a 6 classes, closed groups. We have a max of 10 people in our studio. We're going to start right after Labor Day weekend. All that information is going to be coming soon and our Facebook page and on our webpage for everybody. Perfect. But yes, I feel like I want to make sure that people understand the yogic practice is not just only as something fitness oriented, but something more integrative. I feel like we are really making a disfavor when we're just using yoga poses to look good or to build body muscle, right? Which or a stretch, which is, don't get me wrong, it's an important part. But don't do a disfavor to yourself by leaving other aspects of your being that can be included in the practice. So we're trying to do that.
Yeah, it sounds like a beautiful journey because, I feel like the older you get, you start to, as you said, there's like this inner child in you that wants to come out. And I feel like the older we get, we kind of start suppressing.
Well, and the beauty of yoga is that there are movements and poses that is just going to activate that inner child. Like if you really want to find more contentment in your life, you will do a lot of hip openers. Your movement will be more like dance-like, more gentle, right? If you want to get your inner fire, that would be a different movement. It's just going to be more strong, more core driving, more anger, more sweat. So if you see the correlation that I'm having with the movement, you want to purify yourself. Well, let's just do a lot of twists. So so we can activate your lymphatic glands. Let's just move forward so you can activate your GI system so you can release all that you have. So there is a lot of the practices that you can really have as a benefit from.
Yeah, that sounds really fun. Before we wrap up, what's the best way for listeners to learn more, schedule a service, or connect with you?
Well, they can come to our webpage. They can text. They can messenger. My phone number is in the front window. They can just really walk in. We love to just show and talk to them about what their need is. I really want to create community also because there is a power in supporting each other and hearing each other and just understand that you're not alone. Like you're having some feelings and other people is having the same feelings. Maybe each other experiences is going to help us to become better. So I'm really want to foster community in that space, not only among practitioners, but also among people who comes in and serve. Quite often, people who is waiting for Catherine appointments, just sitting down in that reception area having tea with us. My husband the other day was taking care of somebody else's baby, a grandma baby who came that she was feeling bad, and he just held the baby for an hour, and my husband loved it.
I love that. Hey, if he does babysitting, let me know.
Right.
He's still looking.
So I'm very passionate about fostering community. So please don't hesitate and email us. Send a
and your
text
website
message.
is what?
I am holisticservices.com.
Perfect. All right. Well,
Yes.
you know how to reach Dora. Thank you so much for being here. Thank
Yeah,
you
of
for
course.
supporting the chamber. We really appreciate it. And we're happy to have you in our community.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.